Welcome to your new agent website. Here's an example of one of the new sites. Agent name, branding, right up at the top. Property search, front and center. Little picture, banner, scenery there. You'll have some choices to modify that. Some of the most commonly anticipated consumer tools like requesting a home valuation, signing up for listing alerts, and a little introductory piece about you and your contact information. If you move down the page, you start to see a place for agent listings, other listings in the area, and even a blog post. By default, this is a company-provided blog post, so there are blog posts of general interest that are fed directly to your website. So even if you don't like to blog, you will have the effect of blog posting on your site. So that's the basic state that it's in. Again, property search is the biggest thing on the page, since that's what consumers are there to see. If you engage this property search, you'll see a long list of cities, just about everywhere we connect to. If you do a sample search, you'll start to see results. And one of the other things you're going to see as you're moving through here are the prompts to sign up and register. So you can look at the listing results here and you might want to experiment with advanced search settings. You can go to modify search, and notice there's that pop-up prompting the consumer to fill out the form and sign up for the listing alerts. So the consumer can fill out that form, or they can bypass it by closing it. But the prompt will reappear when they take actions such as requesting more information or looking at more details or pictures or modifying the search or saving the search. The form will pop up and prompt the user to register, although they can still bypass it by clicking on the X. So that's the basic layout of your new site. Let's take a look at how this works on the back end. You do have control over this, and I'm going to use my demo agent for this. We will be forwarding your existing BHG Home website addresses to the new addresses. At the moment, your new site resides at yourname.bhghome.wpengine.com. The WP stands for WordPress, and WordPress is the source of these websites. It's the engine that powers these sites in conjunction with Tribus, who's arranging some of the realtor options on the back end. So in order for you to get to the dashboard, which is where you can control things, you want to go to yourname.bhghome.wpengine.com/admin. And that's going to get you into the login prompt. Enter your username and password. Your username and password credentials are just like those that we saw in the Module 1 training for the Client Connect CRM. So this demo account, for example, doesn't have a dot in the username, but yours will. This is what your site looks like on the back end, the dashboard as it's called. You have controls on the left-hand menu navigation, as well as some quick links to make customization or make a post or add a new page. Right now, what you want to do is get comfortable with switching between your site and the dashboard. So notice at the upper part of the dashboard is your name and title, and when you hover over that, you can click on Visit Site, which takes you out to the site, which looks just like we saw a moment ago, but you'll notice that that banner up at the top there tells you that you are logged in, and you can return to that dashboard by pointing at My Sites and then your site name and title and go directly to the dashboard, or you can even start a new blog post, but let's practice going to the dashboard. So now you're back at that dashboard control center. And there are many things you can do. We'll just look at a couple of the basic setup pieces. Take a look at the appearance heading that's down here in the left-hand menu navigation, and then look under Realty Options. Some of the stuff you'll control, such as the image that appears on your home page, that kind of thing. Put a brief blurb about yourself and your business. Type in a welcome message to introduce yourself. Click on Save Changes at the bottom. Go back up at the top, point at your name and title, and click on Visit Site. And notice that that little blurb that we typed in appears there near your picture. Now let's go back to the dashboard again. Go back up to the top, go to My Sites, point at your site, and then select Dashboard. There are other settings you can take a look at. Not all of them you have to change right out the gate, but for example, General Settings has your tagline, and again, you want a brief blurb that explains what the site is for. All of that stuff helps your relevance in search engines, for example, so that's useful. Under Users, there is a link called Your Profile. Basic stuff there, additional ways for people to contact you. More about yourself, as you would like people to be able to learn, and then a place for your picture. So you can upload an independent picture here that will be used on the site. Don't worry about your MLS number and other customization items like that. Try this user ID. We'll be taking care of that on the back end. Click Update Profile to save your changes. Those are some of the most important setup items. Later on, you can begin to experiment with things like adding extra pages to your site, adding links, controlling comments. Once you get visitors, they might respond to your blog posts or other items you put on your page, and you can regulate that. The Media Center is kind of interesting. That's covered in a separate video, but that allows you to upload additional scenery banners, additional pictures you might want to use in blog posts or pages, documents or other items you want people to be able to download. Just about anything, really. You get lots of space in your media library, and you're limited only by your imagination. So again, get comfortable with switching between the site and the dashboard so you can admire your changes that you make. There's the site again, and then we're just going to go back to the dashboard again. And look at the realty options. You can look at menus if you want to get a sense of the site structure. Right now, you've basically just got a home page. If you look at the Pages section and you look at all pages, you'll see a sample page, which is an additional page that doesn't really have anything on it and isn't even linked at this point. Later on, you can put in content on this sample page or put in additional pages, and then when you go to the appearance section, go to menus, that's how you can set up the links to the extra pages that you put in. We'll cover that in separate videos. The listings section you can basically leave alone. Your listings are pulled into your website via the IDX broker system, which we set up on the back end. But you could use that listing section if you have a pocket listing or other type of offering that is not on the MLS. So that is your new agent website, the basics, and we'll have additional videos to show you some advanced concepts. Thanks for watching.